to the development of this country. You need to go to school, or you need to learn a skill or a trade or be an entrepreneur. And then in one or two or three of these ways, you contribute your own quota to national development. But not necessarily. You are probably a dropout of grade 6 or grade 9. Do you have a skill? No. Do you want to be an entrepreneur? No, because I am not full up. Now you want to sit at home and be fed breakfast, lunch, and dinner and be provided housing for free. And you think you are contributing to national development. No, you are not. So the essential part for all of us is, what can we contribute? The state has provided those avenues. Beyond the state, the church has also provided those avenues. We know education in this country, maybe it's just now, but those days almost all the conventional schools were schools that were church-related or church-built schools. So the church has contributed its quota to education in this country. So those opportunities were for all of us to find ways and means of associating ourselves with one. It's either you find your way into school and have a double master's or a PhD, as my friend here has done, or have your skill. Be a carpenter and auto mechanic, or whatsoever skill that you have, or be a cameraman and contribute your own quota, or be that entrepreneur, out there again, contribute to your own life and not to continue to rely on our parents or continuing to rely on our fathers or continuing to rely on our elder brothers. And whatever support they provide, the Manica version is okay, Buro tribe, maybe you're 10 years, you support them. But what are you doing on your as an individual? What have you been doing to support yourself? Do what the Koto has done to be where he is, and you will definitely surpass the Koto or be at the same level like the Koto is, or you will not even need any support from the Koto. But we cannot continue sitting at that ghetto, day in, day out, no skill, a drop out of school, and continue asking and not going out there. Opportunities are there, as Samuel mentioned. Even in the church, opportunities are there, but you need to find a way of fixing yourself into those opportunities. People need to see the commitment in you. People need to see that you can deliver. And once there's that trust, the space that is available will definitely be given to you. But if there is no trust, you've not shown how worthy or how trustworthy you are as an individual, it becomes quite very, very difficult for people to provide those opportunities for you. So our role is to ensure we partake in whatever is national development at our level as a council. This has always been our advocacy. How do we get young people plugged into the opportunities that are available and not continue to sit down and ask it, but see opportunities available and find your way into those opportunities. So we are hopeful that with the wisdom and the discipline imparted on us by the church, it should not be difficult for any of us to continue with that same discipline and find your way either into schooling or into a skill, and definitely to be able to really take care of yourself and by extension contribute to national development. This in short is my intro.
Thank you so much, from after grade 12, but I started leadership in schools, joined several associations and organizations in schools, and Nekon volunteer on workshops. I tend to connect with people, hear from them, Jamison number, I'll connect with you, and then we will talk. That was where it all started. And I met this guy called Amadou Uri Jallo, who helped me out to trace me into activism. But there was one sister that I will commend. She's not here. She's now newly married, Kinta Gomez. She gave me the pathway as now currently the chairperson for KMC, Youth Council. Momo won yon bi. Daf ma di wone binat continue. Dina la guide lo buga Dekuton Banjul de, wante ne Banjul de kinta ham nako. Funeka ne sun oye Banjul de kinta mung fa sap sapa. Lulu Rek, it was something that was very supportive. And one thing I've noticed in the national development sector, when it comes to the youths, especially Christians, it's only 6 of us. Catholics are there. Every youth program, Youth Connect, Suhere, it's only 6 of us. It's very sad. How many parishes are in the diocese? Youth participation, emutsi fees kese, emutsi concert kese, emutsi fashion show kese. Passing a fofu. Yena gini dengan dia bukan oh dang bukan politics aku you know no. And then sudah wahengen tahu positioning executive council, youth council sangene. Here mandamaragan nit. I will give reference to Father Bruno, the late Father Bruno. I went to his house and we were talking, very Manchester and Donbassa. We now been a young at the tablet. They get a try, not to see youth sector, especially on the political side, since I study politics. Yeah, that day. And I go, Father, politics, this guy blasted me that day. If my has been a politician, he talked me on and said, you can do it. And that is why it pained me the most now being there at the youth sector, he's no more, but it gives me a lot of achievement. Loka didn't ask me one of the questions, that was the first question about the church. My first job as a consultant for a US company was through me serving the church. Through the help of Tijan Masane Sisi, the modern way sang money, right? Siguro to be. Tagaslen Mariama, that was 14 August 2021. After 1 year, 6 months, Omalige, Mangi Runga be Pundi, Manuel talk not the way. And then Minamanida am lige, Manako Omalige, Manako Nena, Bunyo fee, what my one jury, the Paradoma Jolige. Minaman, the man sent us a CV direct. Senko. Within 1 week, a guy from the US called me and said, where are you? When I command, see, I was in the kitchen doing my chores. She says, Madam Solsu, chicken, that talks a one. Wahluma, Amluma, definitely, Luma, Munu, someone a Munako. Even friends, someone who did our friends, they survive. And then it was so funny. When you time interview, we've been a French person move forward. And I had to break and I pause and then network with the father. What are you hearing us? The network. And I have to dodge that French interview. But I got the job and I learned. And I am there right now currently. I'm traveling and appreciating God for what He has done for me through the church. Amen. Thank you.
In my community, your vote matters. Also, you also matter. If you really wish to do more, involve yourself in the activities. Alaji, I know he mentioned about the trade fair. I mentioned about the trade fair. We advertised the trade fair so many times, and we had just few youths register for the trade fair. In as much as we have a lot of youths that are involved in businesses in the Catholic diocese. But again, I want to ask what institutions are under the NYC, the National Youth Council, that can help with youths from the different sectors in their development, especially when it comes to the business sector and then the entrepreneurship sector. There are a lot of youths that are starting their businesses. And funnily, we asked on the registration link for the business registration, is your business registered? And most of the businesses that, the people that registered for the trade fair, most of them, their businesses are not registered. And how are you starting? Are you only registering it because you want a bank account on your with your business name, or are you really registering it because you want to establish a business? So there are steps to take in ensuring that your business is legit and ensuring that you are a legitimate entrepreneur as well. So what institutions are under the National Youth Council that we can make the youth aware of now? Maybe they are not aware, and the processes involved as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Loka. Before I come to a question, I just want to further emphasize on the need for youth participation in politics. Now, this country, one thing is obvious. People vote on party lines. Go and be a part of a political party of your choice. And let the political party put you up as a candidate. Be assured that if you are a winning candidate, you will win. It doesn't matter if you are either a Muslim or a Christian, it doesn't matter. But how many of us are part of political parties in the first place? Now, if you are not part of a political party, you don't expect the political party to put you up as a candidate in the first place. So, most of us as young people are not part of political parties. And I think this is the first problem that we have. We are not registered members of political parties. So if you want to be a politician, you want to be at the National Assembly, start being a member of a political party of your choice. And be very active in that political party.
Basse.
And when time is up for them to nominate a candidate for either local government elections or for the parliamentary elections, then you have an opportunity. If UDP puts you up in an area which is UDP dominated, a UDP stronghold, it doesn't matter who you are. Whether you are St. Paul or Elijah Mohammed, it doesn't matter. You are going to win. If LPP puts you in a stronghold of LPP, it doesn't matter what your name is. You are definitely going to win. So the start is being part of political parties with all of us, including myself, shy away from. I think this definitely, for me, should be the start for all of us. And so we are part and parcel of political parties. For me, religion, and I think gradually as a country we have, graduated. I think the only minister in this country that is not criticized is Prof. He is the most perfect minister in this country. Hardly will you go online. Rarely will you go online. Me, what's on Gambia or anywhere. Rarely will you see Prof criticized in this country. We are all on Facebook or we are all on. We all full. He is that minister that everyone in this country appreciates from across the divide, either from an opposition party or into government, whether it's Muslim or it's Christian, it doesn't matter. This is one guy that every Gambian genuinely appreciates. You know why? Because he's delivering. What he is doesn't matter. But the simple matter is, Prof is delivering. And that is the reason every Gambian loves that guy. So deliver. If you deliver, people are going to genuinely love you, and they will certainly vote for you. But first, be part of a political party. Don't be like me or Loka here.
Because Father one is something very important. Mune don't check statistics. Mudem Google Jacone. All the seats in National Assembly. I'm even Christian. Father, that's true. And not only this parliament, even the former parliament. The fifth and the sixth, that is not Christian. It's rather unfortunate. So one of the barriers Bennett mentioned here is so hey, you see always to engage in politics, doing the day one politics stuff at him. Ruskatla, don't participate. And then the other sad thing is a lot of people will tell you, even Sumatahawesa, with Masai. But I might have the Ruslos move over, but more move on, but then the other things. Starting feeling a lot of advocacy to see how best that people can, engage in national development. You can engage in national development in various ways. Bennett recently, started a very good initiative. Possibly a lot of people don't know about it yet, but she's really doing good with the team. And that is one thing which is not only you wait for whatsoever office to contest or whatsoever thing, but starting your own initiative is something that is very important. Alaji said something, do not ask. He said okay, you don't only wait for the government to do it for you, but what can you do for your country? Ask not what your country can do for you, but what are you there to offer? And it's something that is very important. And then, so we need to take that initiative to come forward and then be creative, be innovative. We have a lot of skillful young people in the diocese of Banjul, but they definitely need to come out. Last night we had a very short chat here. We were like, okay, I think one thing that we need to do afterwards is to organize a trade fair or a job fair where young people in the diocese of Banjul can come forward and showcase their skill, their talent, and all this stuff in various ways. It doesn't only mean that you sit in the office, under the AC and all those stuff. So we definitely need to take champion and then make sure that we come up with some of these initiatives. So some of the key barriers is like, okay, even if I come out, people are not going to support me. And then I'm that side type. So obviously, I wouldn't want to come to disgrace myself. I would rather move on to do whatsoever thing that I want to do. And things are changing. Initially, then before, like, a lot of people were trained to be job seekers, not job creators. That also affected the situation. And then there's not that much support. The government is trying. This morning I was going through the National Development Plan of the Gambia, 2023 to 2027. And then the fourth pillar talks about human capital development. And then the sixth pillar talk about empowerment, social inclusion, and leaving no one behind. This actually resonates with the African Union Agenda 2063, which talks about do not leave any youth behind. So I think this is the time that we need to step up to participate in different discussion. 2026 elections is coming, but it's rather unfortunate. Afterwards, we have the National Assembly, the local government elections, and all those stuff. People don't often come out to say, okay, we are going to contest. And if you look at the last statistics also, among all the people that participated or that contested the parliamentary election, there is no Christian who contested. We follow this trend over and over and over again. So obviously it's because of like, if in Sumatra, people are not going to vote for me. Possibly the area that I am from, we don't have a lot of Christians or whatsoever. But it's not about the religion, it's what can you do. Because we don't need to get this thing off our heads to say, okay, because I am from this denomination, therefore the other denomination is not gonna vote for me and all those stuff. But you definitely need to show that yes, I can do this. It has to be competent based that once you're there for the people and for everyone, especially when it comes to national office. You're not only there for yourself, but you're there for the people. And then we need to set the stage on that. Development must be owned and it has to be driven by the people. Therefore, young people need to be involved in some of all these things that we are doing on a daily basis.